everyone, this is Brittany with Hope Tech and welcome to lesson 12. We are in level 4, part 2. To prep for today, go ahead and just get Ready Maker ready, prepared as usual. So today we'll have our Ready Maker tutorial. It's going to be 2 screenshots, and here are Hope Tech's values: be bold, encourage, and explore. So for today, we are gonna, we put in a boss in our level 4. We started level 4 last week. We'll do a quick little run through of what we did. So we're gonna do a couple events for the life meter that we gave the boss. That way that functions properly and works. We're gonna make an effect for the boss's destruction. We're gonna have them like fireworks or something like that happen. And we're gonna do something new. We're gonna have objects falling from the sky that can make our scene start over. So as usual, let me know if you have any questions. And to turn in, there's going to be 2 events to turn in that. We're going to do a lot of events today. It's mostly event work. So yeah, we'll just take pictures of a couple new events that we'll be working on. And if you enjoyed today's video, you can like and subscribe down below. You can also sign up for our newsletter at hopenlc.org. So let's go ahead and hop on over to Ready Maker. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my level. We're going to hit the edit button, the pencil down on the bottom. So last week we started this level. Level 4, we did the usual, put in our character, give him behaviors, turn physics on, put in some platforms. I put a floor in this one. You just have to, this is not an accurate representation of what it actually looks like when you test it out. We also got this enemy boss guy here. We gave him bullet movement and also put these blocks in so that he bounces back and forth, and put in a life meter and changed the color of it and made sure that it's not solid. Okay, so let's go ahead and start on our events, on the many events that we're going to work on today. So we're going to hit that stoplight up in the right. So we're going to write our first event. So the first thing we're going to do is make it so that when our scene starts, we set the life meter, like the value. That's what I'm looking for, value. So we're going to say our very first block will be system, run time, scene start at the very end. So just those 3 blocks for the top. What we're going to do is we're going to choose our life meter for the boss, score bar, set value will be the 3rd, and we're going to set it to 10. 10 will fill up the whole life meter bar. If you may have noticed that it's only half full when we first put it in, it's because we need to set a value for it, and 10 is the total value. So let's hit confirm. I think that now if we play, yep, it sets that whole life meter bar full. It's full. Okay. So now let's make it so that when we hit the boss, it subtracts 1 from the, you could do like 5 or anything that's divides into 10 really, but I'll do 1. So that way when we hit the boss, it takes away from that life meter. So we're gonna click on add new event. It's new event. So we're going to say when our hero collides with the boss. So I'll do Cupcake Carl. You could do it the other way around where the boss hits the hero. Either way, it doesn't really matter. So we'll do Cupcake Carl. Sensing collided with Mouth is my boss. So when your boss sensing collides with your player, or if your player sensing collides with your boss, we're going to do another life meter dealio thing here. So our second line, the first box will be life meter, score bar, subtract. I'm going to subtract 1. You can subtract 2, subtract 5. I think that's all that goes into 10. Hit confirm. So now let's go ahead and test this out. Hit play. I'm going to just go on the ground here. Wait for him to come by. Oh, nice. So now when I hit him, it takes life away from the boss. Let's see if I can I made him all crooked. So now it's at 0, but he's still going. He's still kicking there. So I just made him really slow. But that's not from the life meter. That's just because of the way the behaviors are functioning. So what we have to do now is make it so that when the life bar gets to 0, something happens. So we're going to go back into the events, guys. Back in. We're going to do another new event. Let's click on new event. And yeah, let's make it so that when the life meter score bar is equal to 0. So we want it so that when the score bar is 0, let's make him disappear. Like, you know, usually when you, we'll do a disappear and then we'll also put in an effect. So like thinking, all right, so we'll do our boss. So mine's the mouth. Appearance. I'm going to set the opacity to 0. And what we're going to do next week is we're going to have it, that token object appear. I think I got to see, I still have to test it and see if it'll work, but I got ideas, you guys. So I think what we'll do is have this, our token object appear to collect, and then we win the game. So I'm also going to set the boss not solid. So let's add another line. So it's a plus sign next to that second line that we did, the do line. So we'll say when the score bar equals 0, my boss is gonna, the opacity is gonna go to 0, so he's gonna disappear. And I'm gonna turn solid off, because the problem is if solid is on, if he happens to disappear and he's right here and our token object shows up too, he'll be in the way. So let's do mouth, our boss. I think it's physical. Yep, set solid and no. So he'll disappear and he won't be solid anymore. So that way we could still move through. So let's go ahead and go back. You can just hit done. Select your boss and let's go ahead and put an effect. So that's on the left, the lightning bolts, add effect. I'm going to do an explosion effect. Because I think this, the thing with the explosion effects, and you can do other effects too. You could do impact effect. I think you can do like a boom or something like that. So I'm going to turn loop off. And the reason why is because I want it to happen once and then stop. Otherwise it just keeps going and yeah, it gets crazy. So I'm going to turn active off as well. No, on. I always forget. I think I need to keep it off. And yeah, let's turn active off. I always get this one mixed up. I'm pretty sure it needs to be off and we turn it on when we want it to turn on. So I don't want to do rainbow confetti. Let's do like, oh, that's a pretty good one, the dust proof. I like mystic explosion. Oh, that one's fun. The soul explosion. I think there's like little like ghosts or something. Let's turn active on just so we can see it, I guess, in loop. I kind of like this one. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to do flash bomb, but I'm going to turn loop off and active off. So after you get that all figured out what you like, we're going to click on our scene again. It's going to close that. And so we're going to turn that active on when the life meter gets down to 0. So let's go back into our events and we're going to add that to the event we just made because we want that to happen when the life meter is 0. So we're going to go down to that third line. We're going to add another line. So I'm going to choose object, the mouth, explosion effects. I don't know the difference between run effect and set active. Just say run, we'll see what that does. Yeah, you guys, I should probably figure out what the difference is in those, but for now, I don't know. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let's see if I can, and this is, you know, the boss doesn't hurt us. So, because I don't really know, I couldn't figure out a good way to make that happen. And that's why I think like enemies falling from the sky is going to be good. Like objects we have to avoid. See if I can just stand under him and nice. Oh, but it just keeps going. Oh, and he disappeared. Okay. I guess that works. That smoke went off a lot longer than I thought it would. So, okay, cool, but it works. It's looking good. All right, you guys. So now we're gonna learn how to clone objects. This is a little bit more like, I guess not straightforward, a little bit abstract thinking-ish, I guess. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna put in an object to fall from the sky. So that's with the plus sign here. And we're gonna do that, and you can do an artwork. Find something that's a good, like, octopus falling from the sky. These guys. I think there's a bomb in here. I think I might just do a bomb. Almost there. Almost there. Is that bomb? I think there's a different kind of bomb. Huh. I thought there was like a cartoon type one. Could do asteroids. I'm in the sky. I don't know. I'll find something good here in a second. Just gotta keep looking. Bowling balls. Can have falling cardboard. You know what? I think I'm just gonna end up with that bomb. So let me find that bomb again. Who's this guy? It even has a little like skull and crossbones, I'm gonna hurt you thing, so you actually know what it is. So that's cool. So I got my bomb. So we need a way for it to fall. And the way we're gonna do that is, so we're gonna have an object at the top that's gonna move back and forth, and it's going to clone one of these bombs and drop it. That's the best way I know how to explain it. It's gonna make a lot more sense after we start getting this going. So this is the bomb. We're gonna have it off to the side. You don't want this in your scene. You want it like kind of out of the way. If I could move it, I think I need to get it a little closer. Just too many things going on in the game now. So I'm gonna move that closer. And then I'm gonna add a circle. So if you did a search, X to search. So you're gonna hit the plus sign and go into basic shapes and use a bordered circle. So that way, even if it's outside of your scene, you can see it. I'm gonna put it in for now in my game. Ooh, let's make that thing a little bit smaller. Just so while we're working on this and tweaking like stuff, you can see it working, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it move back and forth. I finally figured out how to do this, you guys. We could have done this with the boss, but I just didn't know how to do it yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this circle a bullet movement. So we're gonna go, so you're gonna bring that bordered circle in from basic shapes. And then we're gonna go into behavior for that circle, add behavior, and we're gonna do bullet, which is, you know, just movement. We're gonna turn active on. Speed, let's make it like about maybe 1-ish. You can always speed it up or slow it down later if you want. And flow directions, just keep it at 0. So that way it'll go here, move back and forth. I'm gonna give mine, you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna give mine a little bit of space to go back and forth. And the way we're gonna make it move is with an event. Otherwise, it just moves off the screen. Oh, solid off, you guys. Solid off. So let's go ahead and make sure it moves through everything. There you go. There we go. But it doesn't come back. So we need to make an event that makes it come back. So we're gonna hit the stoplight. And this might be a little bit different just depending on just where you have it and how big your scene is. So we're going to click on new event. We're going to say system for the first one. Let me move this. I got this bar down here. Can't really see the bottom of my screen very well. There we go. System runtime. And we're going to say repeat every, I'm going to say 5 seconds. So what this is we're saying for me, every 5 seconds, my circle is going to go the opposite direction for another 5 seconds. And then it's going to go back for 5 seconds. And then it's going to go back. So every however many seconds, I'm going to try 5 and see how that works. I might have to change this. It's going to bounce the other way. And so choose object, we're going to choose our circle because we're doing this in the bullet movement. We're going to select bullet movement and we're going to mirror velocity. So that means it'll mirror the way it was going before. So we should have system runtime repeat every 5 seconds, border circle, bullet movement, mirror velocity. And the way you could do that, so you can't do that unless your circle has that bullet behavior. So that's how that option comes up. So let's go ahead and test it out and see if every 5 seconds is good. Oh, here it goes. That was too much. So I'm going to try 4 seconds. And this is really just testing it out wherever you want it to start and just making sure it goes off a little bit and it comes back. I think that's good. And I think I'm gonna slow it down just a tad. And that's, I'm gonna just go on the bullet behavior and move it to like 0.85-ish. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now it's moving back and forth, but it's not dropping anything. So we need to add another event. So yeah, so let's go into our events. We're gonna add a new event. I don't know, oh, there it goes. Something was going on with the side here. So we're gonna say when, for me, it's a bomb. Sensing. I'm gonna say collided with Cupcake Carl because that's what we want when they hit each other for it to restart the scene, basically. Oh no, I'm doing the wrong thing. This is for later. My bad, guys. I want the bombs to come out. So I think that I need to do this. Where do I need to do this? Okay, I remember. So this one's going to be system runtime. Repeat every, and you want something other than the seconds for your previous. So I have every 4 seconds. So I think I'll do like let's try every 2. That might be too often. So this is how often my circle is going to drop a bomb. So the second line will be circle clone object bomb. So every 2 seconds, my circle is going to drop a bomb basically. And then now we're going to this event. This is the event that we want where it actually hurts us. So bomb sensing collided with Cupcake Carl. So whatever your object that you're dropping, the object of destruction, you want it whenever it touches you. We'll just do system restart scene for now. We'll put in a timer and do the you lose stuff later, but yeah, let's just make sure this works. So just because that was confusing. This one that we just started on, that's event number 5, is actually dropping the object, and event number 6 is the object hurting us. So let's hit done. So it's dropping bombs, but they're just staying up there in the air. Look at that. So I think what we need to do is select our object to the bomb. There's a couple of things I forgot. So we need to turn solid off so that way it can go through all the platforms and everything. And we need to turn physics on. So that way it has gravity and falls. So after turning physics on and turning solid off, let's go ahead and play. And we'll move this circle out of the way here. I guess put this on the side. There it goes. Oh, bomb got me. So that way there's something you have to avoid. I think 2 seconds might be a little too often for me because I'm not very good at games. So I'm going to change this to 3. And then it's working. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the circle because we don't want to see the circle. We're going to put it above our scene here and hit play. And and that way it just starts falling out of the sky there. Oh, it's pretty hard, but yeah, that's it for today, you guys. So for screenshots, you need 2. So you want this one when the score bar equals 0, just the boss opacity, setting it not solid, and the explosion effects running. And the second one is the clone, the one I almost forgot. You guys, the important one. The one where the circle or whatever object, like basic shape you have, is cloning that object that falls from the sky. So if your events are named the same way mine are, it's event number 3 and event number 5. And then also just make sure you save your games. And that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time.